Welcome to another spooky review from Spooky Ventures. This is the 96th edition, and in a way it's a twofer. That's because I'm going to be talking about a 2-disc Blu-ray release from Film Masters that includes two movies, The Giant Gila Monster and The Killer Shrews. There used to be a tradition of double feature films, and these two movies were released as that sort of package when they were in their initial theatrical run. The connection between these two is deeper, though. They were actually shot back-to-back by the same production crew with the intent of being released in that manner. Now, these two movies have been in the public domain for quite a few years, so you have to wonder what has been done to make this worth having. Well, first, the films have been restored, and they look and sound better than any other versions out there. Secondly, this comes with a number of bonuses. Now, I usually talk about the movie first and just add that stuff at the end, but in this case it seems worthwhile to do it in the opposite order. First, you can watch both films in either theatrical or TV format. Secondly, there's an informative and fairly extensive booklet that comes with the release. In fact, here is that booklet for you to see in another change from most of my reviews. This was just nice enough that it needed some special attention, so I thought I'd show it to you since this is a visual medium here on the YouTube channel. So we also get the usual commentary option, along with a trailer and some radio spots advertising the films. There is an audio interview with Don Sullivan, who stars in The Giant Gila Monster, and a short documentary on the career of Ray Kellogg, who worked on both of these films. Personally, I found that documentary to be pretty fascinating, while the audio quality on the interview interfered with my enjoyment of it. That brings us to the actual movies. For those who haven't seen them, these are pretty standard fare in the 1950s giant animal horror film genre. They've gotten a lot of ridicule over the years, but I think both are fun films, warts and all. The Giant Gila Monster, as the title suggests, features one giant creature. In addition to the monster movie angle, they incorporate a lot of 1950s rock and roll culture and hot rods into it. There's also a lot of humor built into that movie. The movie isn't packed full of surprises or unusual revelations, but it is a lot of fun. And I think they did a great job of using footage of an actual lizard, although it's not a Gila monster, on a miniature landscape with full-size footage of the actors interspersed. Sure, it was low budget, but they did a good job with the money they had. Again, you can probably tell from the title that The Killer Shrews includes many oversized creatures. Now, this movie is notorious for using dogs as the giant rodents. Sure, it's hokey, but then again, the film is a lot of fun. That said, it comes across much darker than The Giant Gila Monster does. It stars James Best, who you probably know as Sheriff Roscoe P. Coltrane from The Dukes of Hazzard. Where the first film had a lot of rock and roll and hot rods, this one includes a lot of alcohol drinking. Seriously, if I tried to keep up drink for drink with the people in this film, I think I'd be in the hospital with alcohol poisoning. Again, this is a fun movie. The main issues with it are the budgetary ones, like the effects. The story itself is actually pretty good. There's a lot of menace in the mix. There are also some pretty intense human conflicts, with at least one character who's a real slimeball. We got some of that in The Giant Gila Monster, but that character was much more redeemable. The one in this film is definitely not. I'd consider this to be the more, quote, grown-up and grittier film of the two, with only the monster effects making it feel a little silly. I love the fact that these two films that were intended to be together are reunited here. They both look and sound better than any other home video releases of them did, I'm sure. The fact that they give you some great packaging and interesting bonus features is just sort of icing on the cake. Spooky Ventures is the home for spooky content and spooky merchandise on the web. Check it out today at spookyventures.com. And remember, always keep it spooky.